This is Loretta. Loretta? Don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce this. This is a 2D game. Kind of horror, kind of puzzle. Pretty much the cat lady kind of game. Did you have played any of those? Chapters. Let's not mess up with this. Let's just click on new game. First of all, percentage epileptic seizures when exposed to certain light patterns or flashing lights, exposure to certain patterns of backgrounds on a computer screen. Okay, confirm. Color mode recommended for the first playthrough. Noir mode recommended for those who have already completed the game. Some visual hints disappear. Puzzles become harder to solve. Damn, no. Color. Game event takes place in the United States of America in 1947. To reflect the reality of that time, Loretta contains subject matter that some may find offensive. Characters, due to their nature and social status, use words, phrases, and profanities that are indicative of the time and do not correspond with modern attitudes. All events and characters depicted in the game are entirely fictitious. Any similarity to actual events or persons, living or dead, are purely coincidental. Think carefully before you begin this game, and play responsible. I think I had whispered to him things about himself which he did not know, things of which he had no conception till he took counsel of them. I really hope that I'm not supposed to control that card. Created by Jakub Butusov. No idea. Daria Vodyanaya. Oh, this is only 2 people? My name is Loretta Low Harris. I have to click? Yeah. Friends call me Laura. I'm 38 years old. I was born in a small town in the south that you all probably never heard of. The moment I turned 16, I ran away to the east coast. I'm an unemployed ornithologist and a mediocre housewife. A few months ago, my husband and I moved to a farm he got from his parents. Life here ain't exactly simple, but we get by all the same. Up until 2 weeks ago, anyway. When Walter up and disappeared without a trace. Mrs. Harris? I'm Frank Chambers. I'm looking for your husband. You from the police? I already talked to the sheriff. I ain't got nothing more to say. No, ma'am. I'm leading a private investigation. There are some people from New York, important people, who'd really like to have a word with Mr. Harris. I'll tell them to get in line. And who are these important people? I didn't catch your last name. Who are these important people? People who Mr. Harris still needs to pay. Oh, mind if I come in? He wipes his neck with a handkerchief. You got a very lovely house, ma'am. I like the axe right there, waiting to be used. Don't bother. He can't stand this place either. Is this Mr. Harris' house? His parents. You're not from around here, are you? Or New York, for that matter. Don't test my hospitality. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend. A bit to ask question, you know? But my only concern is Mr. Harris. Mainly I need to know if he's alive. Or dead. Axe. I can't leave Chambers alone. Ma'am? How long has Mr. Harris been gone for? Want something to drink? Who hired you? Why don't you just start off telling me who it was to hire you? Of course. Work for a firm called Wallace and Partners. I represent the interests of Mr. Wallace. Where's my card? Business cards, but... Can you get the axe? Frank Chambers, private investigator. Your husband owes Mr. Wallace a substantial sum of money, ma'am. Did Mr. Harris mention anything about that to you? I reckon your service costs a lot more than that. I don't charge that much. I don't. Phew. The sweat fall from Chambers' face onto his... Huh. Can I get you something to drink? The kitchen is just down the hall. I really cannot take the axe. Look, this thing gets on my nerves. Sometimes it feels like I can hear it ticking from all the way in the bedroom. I just keep going here? Oh. You're not gonna answer that? I mean, it just started to ring. Hello? Hello? Can you talk to Mr. Harris, please? Who's calling? May I ask you who is calling? This is Patrick Fitzgerald from the Atlantic Press Publishing House. Would you kindly put Mr. Harris on the phone? It's extremely urgent. Mr. Harris ain't available. He ain't here. Well, what time will he be back? Miss? This is about his book. We're still waiting for him to send the second half. The contracts are ready, but... Miss, could you please pass? They hang up. It happens sometimes. Alright. Great lemonade is all I can offer. Just water will be fine with me, ma'am. I'm at that parched from that long drive. Sweet, sweet lemonade. April furniture catalog. It's got all a nuclear family could need. How are the things with the novel? Did Mr. Harris finish it? Is Mr. Wallace interested in that too? No, ma'am. Just curious. We're pretty that the true work of a detective isn't at all like the stuff your husband writes about. You know, in his hard-boiled detective stories, it's the loss of the genre, Mr. Chambers. Wait, what? Calendar, okay. Shovel? Should get Chambers some water? Yes, that's exactly what I was going to do. Yes. Water there. Sink. This humidity is killing me. He wiped his face with a handkerchief. I don't think it's been this hot since the spring of 39. Where's that music coming from? The fields, farmers. Walter rents out the land. Yes, the music helps them pass the time. His eyes linger on Laura's hips. She pretends not to notice. Quite the shame. For a fine lady like yourself to be stuck out in a place like this. Here's your water. You're too kind. Thank you. He dries his lips on his sleeve. So how much land have you got here, ma'am? 60 or so acres. He whistles. Ooh! Don't get too excited. It was mortgaged a long while back. Might take a look at the yard. Suit yourself. What then? It's the pipes. Son of... That's some plumbing installed. What do you know? Sorry. I need to go down into the basement. Need a hand? Nah. No need to trouble yourself. Besides, you wanted to look around the place, didn't you? So, what do I have on the basement? Sorry. It's damp and dark down in the basement. Too damp and too dark. Smells like mold. Just like Chamber's breath, actually. I can hardly find the water pipes. First glance, everything seems to be in order, but there's a weird buzzing sound coming from them. Leave. I turn around and head back upstairs. Looks like Chambers went out to the yard. I think I need some lights. Right? But I cannot go to the left. Tell me, Mrs. Harris. Where do you think your husband might be? Got any ideas? He's in the well. No, I don't. No clue. I have no idea where Walter is, and I don't want to know, truth be told. Well, I can understand that. Mr. Harris was a queer. Wasn't he? Was? I mean, why else would he leave a gorgeous woman like you and his own house to go on the lam like this? Begging your pardon, ma'am, but he must be out of this damn mind. I cannot do that accent, so I'm sorry. Anyway, ma'am, thank you for your time. Sorry you had to come all this way for nothing, but I really don't think I can help. It's fine. It's what I'm paid to do. Thanks again for the water. Sorry to bother you. I wanna check the basement, but my name is Loretta Harris. Let's call me Lola. I'm an unemployed housewife stuck in a hellhole with nothing but sun and fucking wet. 2 weeks ago, I killed my husband and threw him to the well. Okay, what the hell is going on here now? Yeah, he was in the well. Easy puzzle. I ain't trying to make excuses, but I think I would tell my story from the beginning. But I ain't looking to be forgiven by the gentleman of the jury. I know that's impossible now, but I wanna give a chance to whoever's gonna read this to maybe understand me. You see, my relationship with Walter started to fall apart long before the day he died. Long before we moved to this goddamn farm. I even liked it at the start, bringing the bustling city life, or a humble one out in the country. Of course, wishful thinking is all it was. Women don't get much choice in this world. Taking off wrong turns, and before you know it, you're low class. And I was finally starting to see that all my turns were the wrong ones too. I have an inventory now. Clothespin, the metal coil inside is rusted. I wonder if I could have gotten into the basement. And the well. I don't know why, but it gives me the creeps. We never use it. So do I have to use this? Or it will be automatically used if I have to? Another broken and creaky step. Nails sticking out, waiting for the right moment. Finally jab into my leg. I asked Walter to fix it. Not that did any good. Walter wasn't a bad person, she almost never drank. And even when he did, he never got violent. In all our years together, he only hit me that one time, and he felt awful about it afterwards. Still, everything about him was starting to irritate me, and he reckoned the feeling was mutual. That irritation turned into a burning hatred that only got stronger after we moved out here. His snoring was like nails on, on a chalkboard. He spit everywhere like he was a damn camel. And food got stuck in his teeth all the time. But what really got under my skin was how he always reeked of onions. All the damn time. It was that disgusting oily smell that sucked into all the furniture. But you wanna know what the weird thing was? I ain't never used any onions in my cooking. A bird? Oh, bird. Hear it? Ooh. Crap. Walter! I better go into the house! Walter! No way in hell he didn't hear me. Dishes? Wash the dishes. We'll never run out of dirty wishes in this house. Ouch! Got my finger. Come on. Come on. Walton I met towards the end of 1929. He was a little older than me. Mighty handsome, of course. He worked as a newspaper correspondent, but I couldn't tell you the name of what paper it was. They probably quit publishing it now anyway. My mother died in 1930. Walter and I got married in 1931. I got pregnant in 1933. They called it an ectopic pregnancy. And that was followed by a miscarriage. I lost my child before I ever got to be a mother. Where did it go? Yeah, she's never doing the dishes again after that. Hello, who is calling? Are you gonna speak or what? You think this is funny? Probably it does. Bottom cabinet. Wait, what was even that? Oh, to Walter Harris. Open the letter, leave it. It's for him, not for you. Our car. Walter calls it Melmoth. I don't know why, I call it Moth. To me, it's a more suitable name for a jalopy like this. Can you go there? Ooh. Room? Sweep the kitchen floor. Honey, I'm going to the city. But I'll be back soon. I need to stop by the post office. What happened? What does it look like? I broke a plate. First, a bird flying into the house. Wait, what? A bird? It's a long story. Still, I'm sorry about the plate. Don't worry about it. Let's consider it good luck, eh? Anyway, would you mind ironing my suit? What? Oh, I think it's in the bedroom. Take the key. Such a chill guy. Okay, buy some milk on your way back. No problem. Alright. Alright, honey, I'm off. Why did you kill him? China cabinet. Cups, plates, glasses. Windows? These windows have collected there for so many years. I tried cleaning them at first, but gave up eventually. Gramophone. Walter wrote his Al Johnson and Mary Lansell records. I prefer classical music. I ain't in the mood to listen to that right now. Book? The trial. Oh, did I? Oh yes, I am getting stuff. Bedroom key. It smells like onions too. That's about it. Old fireplace. The old fireplace sets the tone for the entire room. I don't like this room. Gives me a headache. Crack. This house is falling apart. A piece of the ceiling is gonna fall off one of these days and kill me in my sleep. Walter doesn't like it when I enter his study when he ain't around. Forget the idea. Let's be a nice housewife. You will works. Press any key to leave. Wait, what? Oh, it's a code, okay. I guess bedroom. As I understand it, Walter's parents sleep in the separate bedrooms. One of them harsh 1910 traditions. Walter and I turned this place upside down looking for the key, but no luck. Sure feels strange knowing he cannot access certain parts of the house. Not like the house ain't big enough already. Something went wrong in New York. I never found out what exactly. Walter fell into a pit of debt and dragged me down there with him. He left the obscenely high deposit we paid on our apartment, packed our bags and rented the cheapest rust bucket he could find. In the spring of 1947 we moved to the farm, to Walter's parents' old house. Ed and Douglas Harris died of typhus back in 1927. And so we jumped off the bumpy life raft that was our former life and rushed into the unknown. (1946) The bird! Poor Walter's sins. His adultery was the least to concern me. Let's say his gambling affected my life in a much more serious way. His adultery was pretty obvious. Walter hadn't touched me in months. Can't say I was too upset by it though. Nonetheless, I knew one thing for sure. That ginger bitch Margaret sure did love her onions. Oh, okay. What the hell? Whiskey? What? Bourbon? Whiskey? No, what? Too much alcohol? I'm supposed to destroy it? Scotch, whiskey, whiskey, bourbon, scotch, whiskey, bourbon, whiskey, bourbon. What the hell is going on? For how long there? God damn it, what the hell am I doing here? Fucking hell. There, okay. I felt trapped. I was suffocating in this cramped farm's paradise. I could feel the noose tightening around my neck. I went to the bank. So, can you state your profession, ma'am? Ornithologist. For now, I just run the house mostly. Excuse me, how do you spell that? Scientist, the kind who studies birds. Oh, I see. And how about the man of the house, ma'am? What does he do? It's a writer, I think? Wait, Walter Harris? You mean the writer? The affair with the killer, the Black Tulip. I see you're a fan. No, not me, I'm afraid. My wife, though. Wait, she just adores his books. Who would have thought? Right here in our backyard. Anyways. Well, ma'am, I'm sorry to say this, but we cannot give you a loan. Well, not to you anyway. But why don't you bring your husband around next time? Isn't that like a... In which series was it? Them? Something like this happened? I'm sure we could figure something out. I was hoping not to get my husband involved. I see. It's me who needs the money, not him. In that case, ma'am, if you urgently need the money, then what's stopping you from taking out that 30,000 and... What 30,000? Ah, well, now, just a moment. He shuffles through his papers. Well, yes, I beg your pardon, ma'am, that was a mistake. I just realized the 30,000 is an insurance. What insurance? What 30,000? He presses a sheet of paper. Life insurance, ma'am. Silly of me to have missed it before, but it looks like Mr. Harris' publisher took out an insurance policy in his name. Here, see it for yourself. In the event of death or disappearance, yada yada yada, you can skip this part. The beneficiary will receive a lump sum payment of $30,000. Looks like a standard contract, as insurance goes. Anywho, I must apologize again, I didn't mean to cause any confusion. No, thank you. You've been a big help. Glad to hear. In that case, I'll be waiting for you and Mr. Harris to drop on by. All the best, ma'am. Oh, and do allow me to remind you that all deposits and contributions are insured with us at... That clerk's word broke through his cracked, graceless lips and disappeared into thin air. $30,000, an incredible sum of money. It felt like the more I thought about it, the less I was able to comprehend how much money that really was. Walter, can I never say the word? Why not? I remember getting these strange feelings. It was weak and not older yet, but I felt it on the edge of my mind all the same. The moment I tried to catch it and pay attention to it, I left the bank, and the dry spring wind of the outside world dispelled that feeling as if it was never there to begin with. We must parked over there. Oh, want to move? Yeah. Laura! Hey, Laura! Hello, Margaret. So good to see you. How long it's been since we last seen each other? Come to think of it, I ain't seen Walter around much either. How's he doing anyway? Why don't you tell me, you lying ho- Great. Hurry up, it's busier than a blind dog in a mid-house in here. Break's over, move those hips here. Alright, I'm coming. Anyway, Loretta. Oh, the girls and I are gonna see a show on Saturday. You should come join us. And I wanted to talk. Margo! Look, I'll stop by if I'm in the neighborhood. You don't mind, right? Gotta shoot. Margo! I'm keeping your tips. Alright. I'm coming for Christ's sake. The ginger peach. So no back. I lied, of course. I ain't ornithologist. Never have been and never studied nowhere. Oh, so she's not. I'm a working girl. I need some way to survive when I moved to New York. I wanted to be a nurse but failed the exams twice. I washed the tiles at dinner, tried working as a waitress. I wouldn't say I enjoyed any of it, but work is work. I read an article about a female ornithologist once. She was on an expedition of some sort. I liked it. I invoked the birds of America. Ain't much of a bird lover though. Hard to love harbingers of disease. It was hotter than 6 shades of hell. I had the windows cracked all the way down, and could feel the sun burning my skin through the windshield. Swarm of thoughts swirled in my wind, so I didn't notice that I was running out of gas. This old bag of bolts chucked 30 gallons to the mile, but Lady Luck smiled on me for the first time that day, and the gas station appeared out of the blue. His concrete face rose from the middle of a cornfield, all cracked and worn, like the wrinkled face of some old woman. Funny thing was, I cannot say I'd ever seen the gas station before, even though this was the only road leading home. The United States of America, all 48 of them available at a glance. So, am I looking for somebody here? Bell. Feels like I drank more during the prohibition than in my entire life. I ain't touched a drink since I was 32, but with every day I spent living on this farm, I regret that decision more and more. So, Bill? Oh, there you go. Afternoon, ma'am. How's the day treating you? Could be better. Too hot today. You ain't growing there, ma'am. Almost 100 degrees out. Will you fill me up for 3? Sure thing. Anything else I can get you? Probably not. You'll allow me, ma'am. I may have just a cure for what ails you. You do? Rat poison. It contains its own secret formula. This sucker will get rid of rats, mice, whatever's playing ya. Smells like almonds too. Guaranteed to work, all for only $1.99. I don't think... Bah, you know what? You look like a diligent housewife, ma'am. Why don't you take a sample? On the house, just for you. Oh well, I assure you, ma'am, you will not be disappointed. Such a nice guy. Yeah, rats, right? What am I doing now? What does it say? Can you read it? Maybe we have to make them get closer? This one is weird. Huh. Oh, okay. There are good words I had to select. Oh, I'm sorry, so hard to read them that way. No, I have no idea some of the words. Maybe this one? There. Hi, Walt. Other than the devil's armpit outside. No kidding. Thought he was gonna melt. Ain't a little early to be breaking out the wine? What are you smiling for? It's all done. What is? You mean, you finished your book? Yep. That's wonderful. Why didn't you? The publishers already gave me the green light. I sent them the initial chapters. I don't want to jinx anything before it's set in stone. But they're saying the folks from Metro Civil Mayor are interested. Ooh, might even turn into a motion picture, they say. Let's imagine. Starring Clark Gable. I think he quit acting. Then Harry Cooper, who cares? It's not the goddamn point. Hollywood, Laura. You're right, I'm sorry. Oh, Walter, I'm so happy. Good for you. Good for us, sweetheart. Can the wine wait a little? I'll get to fixing us a real nice supper. Also, would you cook us up that steak you know I love? I honestly didn't expect it. For a moment it felt as though everything could change. It was a flash of hope. Pep salt? Walter publishes his novel. We return to New York, to our apartment on the 12th Avenue. Just as if we never left, and life goes back to normal again. Taste the vegetables? But still, it's made promises before. He'd already found another woman before I could start unpacking my damn suitcase. He's gambled us into the ground when we're already dirty poor. Why should I think any of that'll stop in New York? No, something inside me, something strange had been triggered, and I couldn't stop it. No, at nothing. Hey, how is it going? Ready? Coming right up? That will be our last supper together. I told him I was leaving. Told him I knew about Margaret. Told him I couldn't live like that anymore. But didn't seem to work him up about it. You're making a big mistake, he said. Mouthful of steak. But you know what? I feel like for the first time in my life I'm actually doing something right. That night I couldn't sleep. The storm ended just as suddenly as it started. The weather cleared up. The clouds disappeared and they started glimmering in the sky. It was the kind of thing you could only see out on the farm. I dreaded the thought of what I could have done, but I didn't, luckily. Aww. I decided not to take our scarce savings. Instead, I just spun the wedding ring, and bought a bus ticket, out to the west coast, to California. Got a younger brother who lives there. Though we ain't seen each other for years, like a pioneer or some character from a Steinbeck novel, or a thousand who'd fallen victim to the Great Depression. I had no idea what was waiting for me. I reckon some would condemn me for what I did. Maybe others will tell me it's too late to start over. There is no use in running away from who you are, that you cannot outrun fate. But I say to hell with them. It's never too late to start living. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I truly felt that there was a new beginning ahead of me. Are you trying to fool yourself, maybe? A new beginning? Well said. But it wasn't like that at all, Loretta. Alright, mister, I'm actually surprised that you're still here, but have a good night. I'm probably finishing the stream in like 5 minutes anyways, but have a good night. It wasn't like that at all, Loretta. You know that. He's talking with his mouth full. This steak is delish. Thank you. Last time I ate this goat was back in the big... I was thinking the same, like, didn't you start saying that you killed him? Last time I ate this goat was back in the Big Apple. You barely touched your... I ain't hungry. Well, oh, shows he added the poison. I ran into Margaret today. Did you? Clears his throat. So, how was she? Better than when I last saw her, if you ask me. You think so? Not like I want to talk, I've certainly let myself go. I think about what it's like to be in her shoes though. Poor girl's been all alone, never sees Clarence with the farm. Gotta be hard for her and you, he points his fork at Loretta. As a woman, I would empathize with her a little more. And that's why you choose to I went, oh, both are pretty harsh. Let me go with this one. What? What that's supposed to mean? You know exactly what that's supposed to mean. I already told you, it's over. You must think I'm dumber than a box of rocks. What are you trying to achieve here, huh? Why can't we just celebrate, enjoy a nice supper, like ordinary civilized folk? I'm fed up with your tricks, Walter. Fed up with you treating me like shit. Fed up with lingering in the godforsaken dump with all the racist and whores. Nobody forced you to move out here, Loretta. Listen, I know you blame me for what happened to John. What happened to John? He slams his fist into the table. Nice fucking supper. You just couldn't help yourself, could you? Why you need to bring this shit up again? Why now? What is with you today? Nope, you're alright. Let's just keep it bottled up inside. I'll hush, I'll be a good housewife, and you can keep fucking around with that ginger slut. Then everyone will be happy. Not listening to this shit anymore. And if you must now, I do. I do blame you. Oh, finally! The brave man comes out and says it. I've read the police report. You are such an hypocrite. Laura, I had no idea you could be so full of crap. I've read the... What? What? Murder. Probably, right? Walter looks like he's trying to say something. And what says the police report? But only the sound of Lauren can be heard, as he slowly chokes to death. Are you? I don't like any. I don't know if it's his fault. I'm so sorry. I must admit, I don't like it when people say honestly or tell you the truth. It always gives the impression that they have been shamelessly lying to you till that point. But there is something transcendental about murder, something beyond our understanding. Despite how regular and natural it seems, otherwise, why else would anyone do it? Don't accuse a woman of being a liar when she doesn't know how to be honest with herself. Stillborn, like my first child, like a poet who speaks no languages, like a deaf, blind and mute person in a world of sound, color and signs. I won't reach the truth with words, they can't give it a shape. There is one truth I know, though. Walter is dead. I had to click on that. You don't like people, do you? I didn't say that, but truth be told, I didn't expect any good to come from them. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Mask. Do you think people want to hurt you? I think we're wasting our time here. Why is that? Look, I know how this works. First, we look at some pictures together and have a nice little shot. Then tomorrow you dig into my brain with a metal rod. You're exaggerating. Little communities have alleviated suffering for a great many people. In your case, however, I doubt it will require. I like to believe that. Let's continue, shall we? I don't see any. Let's go with the well. Interesting. What is the associative pattern? My husband calls them tricks. It was he who brought you here, wasn't it? So pay attention. What? Let's go with Crow. Yes. Something wrong? Yeah. There is splotches. Ain't nothing to see in them. Whatever I do see is only my imagination. This ain't fair. I ain't done nothing wrong. Life isn't fair. At your age, it's high time you realize that. Don't be so gloomy. How did that saying go? In Italy, under the rule of the Borgia, terror, murder and bloodshed reigned. Yet it ended up giving birth to Michelangelo, Da Vinci and the Renaissance. In Switzerland, brotherly love, democracy and peace were established for 500 years. Do you know what they produced? The Cuckoo Clock. That was the end of the demo? Yeah. Really? Continue? I go back to dinner. Really? That was the weirdest end of the demo. I guess that's it. What can I tell you? Like it's fun. Yeah, it's like I don't know. Like there is not a lot. I cannot like empathize with the main character for starters. Like I don't know, it's everything on her head. I don't know what is true. I mean, she starts lying. So I can't empathize with her. It wasn't like in the Cat Lady, for example. As far as I can see, like she's like just a murderer. That kind of went bananas. So yeah, puzzles are like I got a couple of items, but I just never used them. There was barely any puzzle, just like a mini games. I understood The last one I had to like choose like the right words. It was fate, chance, and something else. Hope, I think. To finish it, in the previous one I had to get rid of all the evil words, like all the scotch, whiskey, that shit, I think. Yeah, the story is a bit interesting, but I just kinda didn't like the main character. It's not trustworthy. Anyways, that was Loretta. It's coming really soon. Really, really soon. And that was the stream for today too, by the way.